Okay, so here's our honey section here. If you guys have been in, right when you walk to the back left of my area, we got all the honey varietals, the raw honey. So we have some of our larger ones I'm bringing in of the Hudson Valley Wildflower. These are super popular right now for families or people just going through a lot of honey. So you can find those here now. If there's ever sizes of any of these that I don't have, you can always email me, order online ahead of time for pickup. We'll have them bottled for you and ready, so you don't have to come in and not find a size that you're looking for. So I'm just going to go through them a little bit. So a lot of you guys know that I have a lot of honey varietals. We have some tasting notes here. I always have them with like some takeaways. You can bring these flyers home with you that explain. But I'll always start with my, most popular is the local wildflower, of course. Like here's like a crystallized one in the middle. I always like to explain to people that means that it's, real honey. Real honey will usually crystallize. Some of them won't, just depending on their pollen and this and that. Like Tupelo honey doesn't crystallize, but it depends on the pollen, the fructose ratio, a lot of, the sugars, things like that. But it's good. It's a good sign that it's real. And if that happens, you just stick it in a little warm water, like 2 inches of warm water here, maybe on the stove, like medium for 30-40 minutes. Just stir it up a little bit. You don't want to cook it on high, but just, it'll kind of melt the crystals down and separate again. So yeah, this is our Hudson Valley. We also have a few different Pennsylvania ones in as our local because this is a fall extraction here that's darker. These darker ones are higher in antioxidants. And this is more of the fall pollen, things at the end of season. This is like a last extraction. This is on the other side, the opposite. This is like an earlier season golden wildflower that if you're looking to maybe start taking honey for the next season, this would be like a good way to go for earlier pollen that's blooming. So those are kind of your, wildflowers that are local. We do have them on tap over here. I'll just kind of give you a little view of the store. So we have our little refill stations. You can come in, bring your own jars. Show you that later. But yes, we do have them on tap if you want to bring in. You don't have to fill the whole jar. You can just try it, get a, half a pound, whatever you want to do. They're mostly $7 a pound. I'm going to change them out a little bit, but most of the local domestic ones will be $7 per pound. So down here we've got our buckwheat from Montana, another dark one. It's got a very weedy taste to it, molasses, good for pancakes, things like that. I like to make lemonade with it. We got next to here Tupelo honey. Like I said before, this one won't crystallize. With this like fructose ratio in it, there's it's some diabetics can have this one, so people always ask about that. It's from the Tupelo tree down south. So there's only specific areas and times that this blooms, so it's a little pricey. I think it tastes like sweet tea, so it's pretty good. But yeah, this is a nice, very liquidy honey to always have on in the kitchen. We got our eucalyptus blossom, which I was having this morning. So good. It's got little minty notes to it. This is from Australia. This comes in, so I usually only bottle small bits of this one. It's also a little bit more expensive, but it's really nice, kind of like, I say fancy honey. And then we've got our, Florida orange blossom. This is pretty popular. It's got like citrus notes to it from down south in Zolfo Springs. We have, let's see, blueberry blossom from Maine. This is the sweetest on the spectrum of honeys, I would say. This is probably one of our second highest selling honeys, the blueberry blossom. People just love sweet. If you're looking for a good sweetener for coffee or tea, then don't need it to be local. This is a good one to go for. So also, similar to this is the raspberry blossom. It's a little less sweet, but also high up on that spectrum of sweetness. This is from Washington, so Pacific Northwest area. And we've got avocado blossom from Mexico, which is a little bit different than our other weedy type honeys. This is like a sweet, nuttier one. It's not like a wheat taste to it. It's got like sweetness. It's really nice actually on pancakes as well. You can use it in recipes and baking, higher in antioxidants as well, smoothies and stuff if you want to sweeten those up and do like a nutty style smoothie. We also have our creamed honeys. So a lot of you guys got these over the holidays, and we did let's see, cinnamon, we did clove, we did holiday, we did pumpkin spice. Now we're doing garlic, we've got turmeric, we're doing lavender in the spring. We're going to bring this line really strong for spring because it was really popular for the holidays. And then we've got over here maple syrup from Andy and Trin. From our farmers market. We have a lot of farmers markets items in here from our local Washingtonville Farmers and Artisans Market. If you guys saw that, the events have gone up for the season, about 5 events from May to September, so catch us over there. And then last but not least, we've got our, like I said, we're bringing in these larger jars. So if you ever want, a larger one, I'm not, if it's not in stock or something, or just message me, make sure I have it for you. So this one goes for, I believe, 42. Yeah. So yeah, if you use a lot of 2-pounders, this is definitely the way to go. And then you can refill these every so often. So yeah, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm always here Wednesdays through Saturdays, 11 to 6. And somebody else will help you if I'm not here, but usually me or my staff will be here on those times. Alrighty, talk to you soon.